Oh yeah. Booyakasha, booyakasha. Okay. Cowabunga, dude. Okay, let's with those magic words, let's go continue. Tradition. Yes, it is tradition that the TMNT have to say cowabunga. God, what is happening? Why do we have another keto? Well, it used to be Euclid. And this one's now a normal size, I would say. Maybe 15 minutes. SB162. Let's see here. Now it's 22 o'clock, 38 minutes. Okay, 22, 38 o'clock. SB1625 itself cannot be contained due to its incorporeal nature. All members of the Muskie tribe, as well as their descendants, are contained at the former quarantine area of Site 37. As of this date, 2001st 17th, there are 53 individuals of the tribe living at the containment site who are to be provided standard living arrangements for on-site personnel, including food, water, and shelter. The current containment area consists of 53 cells for members of the tribe, which are their personal living areas and Muskie living areas. Muskie members are allowed contact with each other under supervision in the Site 37 cafeteria. However, multiple guards must be present at all times to prevent spread of SB1625. Guards are stationed around the living site and are to refrain from using lethal force unless authorized. See Security Document 371-A, appropriate security measures during minor containment breaches of non-anomalous individuals. Under no circumstances outside of official testing are any Muskie descendants permitted to pass on oral or written tradition. Site security performs containment area search and sweeps for any possible recordings or documents of SB1625 once a week. Any Muskie members who are discovered attempting to record SB1625 are to be immediately reassigned to D-Class status following approval by Site Director Easton. Foundation operatives are currently searching for additional ethnic members of the clan. Though a majority have been found and taken into Foundation custody, out of an estimated approximately 85% all agents who believe they have encountered an Muskie descendants are to require a DNA sample and send the sample to Biosite 4 for testing. If the individual is confirmed as being of at least 10% Muskie descent, Foundation agents are to secure and escort the subject to Site 37. -1 is secured at observation site 1625, located near Kenya. The site is currently presented to the public as an archaeological dig in the nearby area. Any testing performed involving SB1625 is to be relayed to Site 1625 immediately, so researchers may locate -1. If a -1 instance develops on site, all personnel are instructed to remove samples with caution and send them to Biosite 4. Okay, that was a hefty containment procedure, but it makes sense. Okay, let's go on. SB1625 is an oral tradition with the Muskie tribe of Kenya. Said tradition consists of a mythic story explaining the history of the tribe's ethnarch, known as, translating roughly to originator, and the creation of the Muskie people. The anomalous features of SB1625 are only apparent when an individual attempts to recount it. All individuals who attempt to pass on SB1625 will provide a different ending for the story. The documentation referred to testing log -1. There have been no documented repeat endings, in example of those which appear more than once from different individuals. SB1625 follows a consistent structure for all retellings, beginning with being held in slavery in the north, followed by his escape, his founding of the Muskie tribe, and the liberation of the Muskie people from slavery. The standard story ends after this point, with each speaker providing their own ending. And then he blew up the earth! No! Yes! Then how is then how are we all alive on the earth right now? You know too much. You're asking too many questions. The secondary trait of SB1625 is its genetic transfer. SCP-1625 is inherently known by an individual who is at least 10% descended from an Amaski member if they have received no previous knowledge of SCP-1625. Attempts at using amnestics have met with failure, as afflicted subjects will remember the legend after several days. For this reason, all genetic Amaski members ought to be secured at Site-37. -1 is a corpse, that's always nice to read, identified as that of an African male and understood to be that of patriarch of the Amaski tribe. A new instance of -1 will be created, appear after any attempt to pass on the legend. The body will continually appear at Site-1625, though the specific location varies. The condition of the body, as well as any other objects surrounding it or inscription in the area, varies and will change each time SCP-1625 is passed on. The location will often change with SCP-1625, with the body being located in several cases, either a large mausoleum or a common grave, or buried several feet underground in a nondescript location. While anomalous, -1 is to be considered a standard corpse and handled as such. Following the event of Incident -1, personnel are to treat -1 instances with extreme caution until the specimen can be safely secured. It is unknown as of writing how -1 is continually transferred to Site-1625, though research at Site-37 is ongoing. Okay, there's a couple test logs now. Test log 1. Subject, ethnic Amaski member Adra Abazi. Summary subject was asked to inform junior researcher Marston about his ancestral story. After relating to the standard story, the speaker legend continued with taking many wives and living into old age until one of his unfaithful wives, identified as, poisoned him using guaya. It's not guava, but it's guaya. Lathyrus sativus, the Indian pea. -1 results. -1 was discovered in an ornate above-ground tomb featuring carvings along the walls picturing burial and execution. -1 was found with no external injuries, though later testing revealed large amounts of guaya in -1's stomach, as well as evidence that neurolathyrism was the cause of death. A full list of autopsies performed on -1 is located in document 78Z. Okay, subject junior researcher Marston. Summary: following the above test, junior researcher Marston was asked to write down a summary of the legend. Marston proceeded to repeat the same story related to him by Adra Abazi. However, once he reached the point of following the elaboration, his written account diverged. Became a tyrant of the people, according to the written account, and junior researcher Marston, upon questioning, and committed atrocities against his people. The legend goes into graphic detail denouncing and his actions, as well as describing his arrest, trial, and death. Junior researcher Marston claimed that the account was the same as the one he had learned of 3 hours prior. -1 results: -1 was found in a common grave, and the body showed signs of extreme mutilation. Among the injuries sustained were several broken bones, a crudely amputated leg, third-degree burns, and redacted. No markings were present nearby, nor were there any artifacts. Okay. Incident 1 now. On 1993, 11/5, during routine tests involving SCP-1625, an ethnic Amaski member, Joseph West, created what is now document A3, a transcript of SCP-1625. The ending in said document stated that there was a plague which afflicted the Amaski tribe that eventually killed over people before being stopped via quarantine. Following standard procedure, the research team at Site-1625 researched for and located -1 in a previously undiscovered tomb. The tomb was sealed off and placed underground and was seemingly carved out of the surrounding rock. Inscriptions along the walls described a disease with symptoms similar to those of the bubonic plague, though several qualities were similar to redacted. The inscriptions also gave multiple warnings addressing the body of -1 itself was found several dozen feet underground with other corpses and returned to the surface for testing. 7 other corpses were also moved above ground for additional testing. After 4 days, the head researcher of Site-1625, Dr. Petros, requested additional medical supplies due to the staff illness. The blast was sent from nearby Site 91, escorted by MTF Beta 9, aka Dead Reckoning, equipped and trained to handle dead or undead entities. Upon arrival, Beta 9 discovered the members of the research staff were infected with the disease detailed in A3, and Site 1625 was deemed a quarantine area. Members of MTF Beta 9 carried out Procedure 37 Romeo, and new staff members were brought in to replace the previous researchers. On 993, 11/15, the current procedures were approved for Site 1625 and for the Muskie tribe. The tribe, along with 12 descendants, was moved to Site 37 on 994, 4th 17th. Incident -2. On 2006, 9/28, researcher Jared compared genetic testing from an instance of SCP-1625-1 for a sample acquired in 1953. Garrett found the samples to be from 2 different individuals, and further testing has shown that each instance of -1 possesses a separate genetic code. In cases, samples from -1 have been matched with missing persons from various parts of the world. It's unknown how these individuals were transported to Site 1625, how they developed the appearance of -1, a majority of the missing persons were not African descent, or how they sustained the injuries documented in -1. Further funding analysis has been approved by O5 as of 2007, 7th, 9th. That is kind of like, that's an interesting twist. It's not like -1 just appears and it's the same body, the same person that each story talks about. It seems to be taking missing people and transforming them into the body that fits the description of the story. That's a new little twist there. Yeah, I like that. Then the one on 2009 A15 SCP-1625 was officially reclassified as Keter due to its rate of spread, danger to other individuals, and inability to be contained. For further information, further Dr. Anderson at Site 37 and document K4 reclassification measures. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense now why it got reclassified as Keto, because it went from like oh yeah, it's just a story of a guy, and they all thought it was just, it was just like the same, like a corpse that just spawns somewhere, fitting to the description of the story. They didn't think it was actually people that go missing that were the corpses, And at the end, you don't even know if like the people that go missing, if they were already dead or if they become dead just to fit the story's corpse more accurately. You know what I mean? Like, it became Keter because also throughout the testing, so many people are now aware of the story, and every time somebody's going to ask about it and they start talking about it, some new person dies or is gone from the world that becomes the Muskie tribe's hero. Or villain. Because there was one story that said that he was not a hero at all. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Tradition. That was nice. That was cool.